round two. Let's make it happen, man.
Second round, I felt like I had him kind of confused. He didn't really know what shots to throw. You know, he was relying on that right hand like the whole fight. He threw a few other shots, but mainly he was just trying to catch him with that right hand. So I was just standing out the way of it.
Did you feel hesitant once you started to catch him with some counters?
Yeah.
It looked like.
I guess he felt who was the stronger man tonight.
Boxing Nation, and we back at it with another banger video. Today we're gonna be talking about the fight between Frank Martin and Michel Rivera. Outstanding performance by Frank Martin, in my opinion. I want to let you guys know this. What I thought before the fight. I thought that Michel was downplaying Frank Martin's skill to the fullest just because he felt like he was a little bit bigger than Frank Martin. But ultimately, when we all seen the tale of the we definitely seen that Frank Martin and Michel Rivera are actually the same height. They're both 5'8". Rivera just has like a little bit more reach than Frank Martin, but Frank Martin was overall the most he was dominant the entire night. He took his jab away from him. He got in with angles. He used angles against Rivera the entire night. Rivera did not know where he was coming from. Just like Frank Martin said, he know where he was coming from or what he was going, what combinations Frank Martin was put together when he was putting them together. I think that Rivera was more dependent on just the one shot, one or two punch combinations, and Frank Martin went in and he got the full job done. When you're a complete fighter like Frank Martin, and I feel like Frank Martin does have the potential to compete with some of the best fighters, but do I feel like he's there yet? No, I don't. I feel like Frank Martin did exactly what he was supposed to do. He went in there and got Michel Rivera out of there. I want to know what you guys think, though. Do you guys feel like that Michel Rivera deserves a rematch in this fight or not? Because, like I said, I do feel like that he came in and he didn't really... Michel Rivera put his O on the line and he didn't really think about this fight. He didn't really take this fight too seriously, and that's his fault, honestly. But in my opinion, it was a tremendous fight. The highlights, I feel like, were very, very one-sided. They didn't really show a lot of Michel Rivera's highlights, and it seemed like Michel Rivera is no pushover, though. And we all know that he's a tremendous fighter. I pray that Rivera comes back from this and he begins to make his mark on boxing again, because he's a tremendous fighter as well. Frank Martin, a great southpaw fighter. Like I said, up and down with the jab the entire night, different angles, both left and right hand dominant. Do I feel like he's ready for Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney? We'll see, right? He called out Gervonta Tank Davis, but Gervonta Tank Davis has like 3 or 4 fights, including Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, lined up after he fights Hector Garcia and Ryan Garcia. So come on now, like, y'all gotta everybody stop calling out Tank. Everybody leave Tank alone. Let him have his fights, man. I can see why you want to get out of boxing. Now all of a sudden he's giving everybody opportunities and everybody want to fight him. You know, it's good for boxing, but at the same time, Tank just gotta like allow him to get his fights out the way. Like, my man is racking up a whole hit list of names of everybody that's calling him out. If I can name all of them right now, we have, like I said, Hector Garcia, Ryan Garcia. We got Hector Garcia, Ryan Garcia. We got Devin Haney. We have Shakur Stevenson, and now we have Frank Martin, all calling out Gervonta Tank Davis. Yeah, man, just they should pick off the other fighters. I feel like Frank Martin would be, stylistically, he would match up with a fighter like Shakur Stevenson will, or a fighter like Devin the Dream Haney, maybe. If he wants to fight Devin Haney so bad, let him get in there and fight Devin Haney. But I don't feel like he should fight Gervonta Tank Davis just now in his career. Frank Martin is just getting started, and I feel like he has a lot more to do in boxing before he gets that big fight. Like I said, though, Michel Rivera is no pushover, though. He did have an O. I think he was like 24-0 or something like that. So I do take my hat off to Michel Rivera, but I feel like he wasn't really prepared for this fight. He didn't come into this fight and give it his all, and that was his downfall. Definitely, I feel like Frank Martin left it all on the line, and he was a tremendous fighter nonetheless. Who did you guys have in the fight, and why? And what round did you feel like Frank Martin could have gotten him out of there? He says that he could have gotten him out of there after the knockdown, but just like Rolly said, if he had the power, he would have gotten him out of there. But and for him to call out Gervonta Tank Davis after not knocking out Michel Rivera, but like I said, it was a tremendous performance. But after not knocking out Michel Rivera and then calling out somebody like Gervonta Tank Davis with all the fights he already has lined up and his resume already, know that Gervonta Tank Davis is on a whole nother level, and they need to, and maybe Frank Martin just needs to build up his resume just a little bit more. But like I said, man, tremendous fight from both fighters. I take my hat off to both, man. I think that if they both would have, if Frank Martin would have, like he said, if he would have went in there and pressed on the gas just a little bit more, he could have got Michel Rivera out of there a long time ago, yeah. But I feel like he didn't. You know, I feel like that's because Rivera was not really hurt. And I feel like Rivera, he knew that Rivera is, he was recovering well, and he could get caught if he was to just walk in like that with somebody like Rivera. So I'm just telling you guys like it is, man. Like I said, a tremendous fight for both fighters. I want you guys to check out Michel Rivera, check out Frank Martin. These fights got to keep on coming, man. 2023, we got fireworks coming. Another fighter that I like, and I want you guys to go and look up, Tiger Johnson. Tiger Johnson, man, I like him, and he said that he sparred with Jerron Boots Ennis, and he gave him great work. So shout out to Tiger Johnson, pitched the shutout. So just, man, this coming up, and there's a lot of great fights coming up. So I want you guys to continue to stay active. I want you guys to continue to stay liking, subbing, commenting, engaging. I appreciate you guys, and let me know who you guys want to see me react to next. But it's Boxing Nation, and we signing out.